Additionally, in cases of affirmative action cases, such as University of California v. Bakke, Gratz v. Bollinger, Groningen v. Bollinger, the court has struck down a specific point system advantage that certain admissions offices have given to minorities because it is not equal protection and it's not fair, and it can be seen as reverse discrimination to certain majority races.
You spoke about federalism really in passing. I'm curious if you will expand your thinking in that respect. How does federalism promote either equal opportunity or equality of condition, or does it?
The system of federalism is best evidenced in fostering equality of condition in our own state of Florida. Through the system of having local governments as well as state governments and then federal government, the opportunity to run for public office is more apparent and is seen through the career of Marco Rubio.
Marco Rubio, he is a candidate in our own state where he began at a very low level of office, and he has worked his way up to running for a seat in the Senate of the United States Senate, and he even has a higher amount of constituents backing him, even though his opponent has better name recognition than he does.
And through federalism, because the opportunities really of government, running for government, is divided by the states and the national government, it opens up a whole field of opportunity where the citizens can get involved in a school board, running for school board or local commissioner or mayor, and then you can work your way up to the governor. And even with community service, there's so many more opportunities with federalism because the citizens can get involved with their local communities as well as can participate in national issues.
By participating in lower levels of government and below that in civil society, it fosters democratic ideas in that they learn how to participate in government and learn how to get their voices heard in a civil society and then work their way up into government.
Additionally, in affecting the everyday runnings of government, it is more feasible to affect government on the local level in running for county commissioner or simply advocating to the county commissioner that might be your neighbor.
You talk about feasibility. When you go back home and talk to your fellow students who aren't as politically involved as you are, what's the killer argument you'll make to them of why they should get involved?
Because with governmental involvement, even on the local level, one can advocate for change in whatever realm they feel necessary. And honestly, the education that one can learn from simply participating in society is greatly advantageous in the future of America.
Thank you. Great quotes, and they were appropriate quotes. Some of the quotes thrown at us, we're trying to figure out why did they put that quote in, but your quotes were very nice and appropriate. You carefully read Tocqueville, and I thought your distinction there in between opportunity and condition, as he interpreted it, was very useful for us to understand, something we haven't heard before. You talked a lot about voluntarism, and I think you gave us a lot of great examples in that area. Perhaps a little less in terms of where the dividing line is when we do stuff from a voluntary perspective and when we do it from a governmental perspective. But I'd like you to just kind of look around this room for a minute and recognize that you are in a very unique little, I was going to say fraternity, I can't say that anymore, sorority or whatever, of individuals who have the right to make their speech before a body in this sort of a setting. Very few people have that opportunity. I hope that you'll be back sometime. I hope you'll be back not as some of the incriminated, but as some of the enlightened, and enlighten some of the people sitting up here on the dais here, and you're on the right trajectory to be a good citizen.
They might be on this side.
Right.
Good job on the presentation. You know, the presentation from the Florida crowd is always very poetic, and you had a great job. You did a great job in presenting to this panel here. You know, you brought up a lot of good points that we sort of discussed during our question and answer session, including things like needs-based scholarships, suffrage, things that can get a more greater level opportunity that Tocqueville described. I think we wanted to hear maybe a little bit more on the constitutional Also, aside from suffrage or affirmative action cases, but I think that you did an excellent job in sort of tying it together, and with a great close. Good job.
Good. I would agree with my colleagues. I think my major wish would have been that there had been greater connection to the Constitution and the amendments, particularly the First Amendment, in respect to the right of petition and the right of assembly, and how they reinforce the whole notion of participation that you brought up. I was a little curious. I understand from reading the papers that Rubio is in a rather tight race. Is that right? And I just wondered how he would react, whether or not you were part of his campaign committee here. But it was a very enlightened discussion, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.